The day is getting away from the crew and it's been bloody hot. So Jono has a camp spot in mind that is not only right off the beaten track, but it's also got a year-round swimming hole.
So our camp tonight is Fountain Springs, so it's about 25 k's off the highway. Should be a pretty easy track that we've heard from some locals. There should be a nice swimming hole at the end and a beautiful gorge, so that will hopefully be camp tonight.
Towing a trailer on this trip, we haven't really noticed it. Like me and Nick both comment, we don't tow a lot, but it'll comfortably sit on 100 most of the time. You know, there's not a problem there. You don't really feel that it's there. Trucks handle it well, 4.5 tonne towing, plenty of power there. It's made for it.
After we turned off the highway to head into Fountain Springs, we're on a pretty good dirt road. We're rolling along and I started to see these big escarpments off to the right. And I just love mountains. I love the dominance of them, the sense of awe that you get from them. You know, they can be snow-capped or they can be these. It doesn't matter, but I was just driving along looking at them. And we had the soft afternoon sun starting to touch on them at points. And you just get these rich colours start to come out of the rock and you just go, this is just amazing. I was getting distracted and I actually fell off the back of the convoy there for a while because I was just distracted by the beauty of the environment that I got to drive through. So coming to Fountain Springs, I honestly got very little idea what it's going to be, but you walk in and it's like this amazing little oasis with a spectacular dry waterfall.
Walking down the track to Fountain Springs, basically coming out there on sunset was just magic. There was just the colours that come out in the rocks. Obviously there's nothing like that at home. So yeah, it's something that is real special up here about this place.
Now after the day we've had, it's quite warm, dusty and all that. Well, as far as I was concerned, I was going swimming.
We're so dusty from travelling that day. We had dust everywhere, dirt up our noses. It's just, we couldn't all wait to get into that water just to freshen up. It was great.
So yeah, even though we're in central Queensland and it's hot, that water was bloody freezing. Yeah, I was not keen at all, but once you got in there, I could tolerate it for a few minutes. It was worth the bath.
Yeah, what was interesting was that I found out from Jono, this was actually part of a famous movie.
Did you know this actual spot where we had a dip now, Fountain Springs, was in a Croc Dundee movie? So we all know that scene. Linda in here, water bottle around her neck, bending over in that thing she was wearing, and the croc come up this spot. So there you go.
That the crocodile died here. Oh, see? Good tucker. Yeah, like that's fresh. I would have that.
Look, these trucks are just fantastic for camping. You can take all your gear, you're not squishing everything into one little canopy. I've got all the room in the world. It just makes travelling a pleasure. So my camping's set up. Obviously the all-terrain guys have built the truck, done all the suspension work. Dynamic campers with the camper. Press a button, my bed goes up, I'm in bed in like 30 seconds. I love it.
I'm very fortunate, a good friend of mine, Uncle Mike, owned the 200 series and he set it up for touring and he did a brilliant job of setting it up for that. It's got Just a really good camper setup on the back there. Like you've got this slide-on camper, a company in Sunshine Coast make it, and it's an electric pop-up roof, nice comfy queen-size bed in there, but we've got a shower and we've got a toilet. Then it's got all the kitchen facilities. You know, we've got a really nice upright fridge in there, you know, induction cooktops. We've got the Shervy Power solar system, battery system, like 600 amps of power, all of that in there. All of the elements that we have go on in our life when we live on the road are met in that vehicle.
On this trip we've got one of our ATW demo vehicles. It's got a 3.4 tray by 2.2 metres wide. It's got two 1200 canopies and an 800 canopy on the back. So basically, first canopy is the Shervy Power system. Up top, we're running the Bushwhacker Shack rooftop tents, and we've also got the Bushwhacker 270 Extreme dark awning, which has also got that little D zipper in, so when the awning's out you can actually access the rooftop tent from the back by just unzipping that.
After a long and dusty day on the track, it's finally time for that part of the day that every single camper looks forward to. Cracking a cold one around a campfire. This is living off-grid style.
It's a brand new day. Wake up every morning and say, it's a brand new day.
Come for a walk with me up here. So this is Fountain Springs, and last night we come for a swim here, we camped here, and it was brilliant, absolutely amazing. The wildlife overnight was special, to say the least. But this morning, it is whole nother level again, because the sun has risen, obviously in the east. It always rises in the east every morning, which is an interesting fact. But the rock face is facing, so I'm gonna spin around. I hope you can see it. Look at the rocks there. Now, earlier today, before we got the camera out, it was just beautiful, this beautiful soft light on the rock faces there. And what's more, you had all of the, so up in the chasm, you can still see some of the birds just flitting around in here. Obviously this is their home. And up through that canyon there, you can see them diving into that area. I reckon there's a water hole up there that they go into because it's probably nice cool water. And there's probably a few nests up there as well. But oh, look at this. Did you see it? You know, when you get to places like this, I can't encourage you enough. Just stop. Take the time to listen and look. Use your 5 senses. Even just now, looking around, I'm seeing things I didn't see earlier. It's just popping out to me. Anyway, there is so much more to explore, so we're gonna go do that.
It's a brand new day. Wake up every morning and say, it's a brand new day. Take a good day, make it great, okay, good.
Hey Rick, I've been running your solar system and your power system in the 200 now for a couple of months and giving it an absolute hammering on this trip. But can you tell me a little bit about who Solar and Sat is and you know, where you come from and what motivates you to do what you do?
Yeah, look, Solar and Sat's nearing 20 years now. Me and my wife started it nearly 20 years ago. Now my sons are heavily involved in it. We just want to put out a good quality solar system. There's an influx of cheap Chinese stuff that comes through these days, which we're not about that. We're not about price. We're about something that lasts the long term.
Yeah, I like that. I've always found that quality in the long term is cheaper.
Yeah, you're dead right on that. So look, that's why we pretty well exclusively run with Victron Energy. So we're a national distributor and we develop their own lithium batteries and we have our own solar panels that we've been running for well over 10 years.
Can you tell me a little bit about how the battery's designed? Why is the battery so good?
We spent a couple of years looking into it, researching, testing before we even put them to market. So where we go and we really use these things, we want it to last long term. So yeah, we've put a lot of time and effort and money into developing them, including the machinery to do it, and we're absolutely stoked with the outcome.
The plan today is to check out some of the mining ruins which are part of the Bellara Mining Heritage Trail. This area was once home to not only one, but 3 little towns prior to the First World War, all built to service one of remote Queensland's most profitable copper booms. But it looks like we aren't the only travellers out here this morning.
Hey guys, we've got a bit of a hitch loader up in front, bit of a camel running down the track.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was doing a bit of reading. Apparently the Afghans used to have their camels based around here for the mines.
I've heard that the Australian camels are now being exported back overseas because they're so purebred.
We've spooked him now, he's on the run right in front of us, staying on the road. Tell you what, he's got a bit of pace up.
Right here we've got some of the foundations from the old town of Bolara. Now, the town had about 1,000 people who used to live here in its heyday, but it's towns like this all across remote Australia that sprung up. They had a short life, there was great industry, 1,000 families, a railway line, and now a ghost town.
Yeah, so on our way out, we decided to go and check out the old railway tunnel.
So we decided to leave our truck at the front gate with the buggy on the back and drop Rick's trailer off with the 2 vehicles on that as well. We jumped in the back of Rick's truck.
Come in here a few years ago, but you know, you forget where what's actually in here.
Yeah.
There was some pretty cool like ex-mining gear.
Yep.
Can you imagine the train just running along through here, carrying the copper out, or the ore out to make copper?
Yeah, absolutely, mate. It's tough old times and out here in the heat, working hard, loading trains.
Oh, no doubt about it.
Obviously, the train's parked up alongside this by the looks.
Yeah, I thought it was retaining, but yeah, loading.
Pretty solid bit of gear, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So different to the modern ways of doing things.
Rick, how's your truck handling tight little tracks like this one?
Unreal. We just push through. We got the window protector, or windscreen protection on the side. So I just let it do its job. Yeah, you get a few pin stripes, but that's all right. If you're not out here, you're not seeing it, eh?
Yeah, I like that.
Just saying to the boys, Matt, when we get in a bit further, we might have to spot each other. Yeah, a little bit tight, a couple of rocks. I'm not sure if the truck's actually going to fit until we get there, so.
Yeah, okay, mate, just send the little fella in first. Hey, on the right here, see all that earthworks? I reckon that was a dam or something, eh?
I reckon that was part of the bridge going over for the train, mate. I might be wrong, but yeah, it looks like that was a bridge washout.
Yeah.
The pylon footings are there.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, good point. See, I got no idea.
I can tell by what you're driving, mate.
Oh, straight in the fields. Hey, Rick, think thin. You might even want someone to spot you through here, I don't know.
Yeah, she's getting a bit narrow, mate. She's got a bit of a lean on it too there, eh?
Yeah, being small like I am, it's not a problem. Being big like you are, maybe it's a problem.
Just don't want sitting in the grass, mate. See this here? My left. Bit of a squeeze.
Hey, Rick, when you come through stuff like that, yeah, like, are you in first gear low range now, or can you go slower again?
No, I can go slower again, Matt. It's just first gear, high range.
I look forward to seeing the truck really hooking into some off-road stuff and just seeing how well they go.
Yeah, I think you'll be surprised. Looking to upgrade soon, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, geez, mate. Okay, all right.
So I got up to this tunnel, that it was still all in its prime, 77 metres long.
And we saw the tunnel and decided to walk through it. There's heaps of bats in there.
Heaps of micro bats on the roof of it. Native bees or some sort buzzing around it. So you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. So we all went for a walk through it.
I can't get over, it just does my head. How do you come here and you're so hungry for the ore that you cut a tunnel through a mountain?
What, 70 odd metres of rock?
Build a railway line and all this infrastructure at the back here.
It's just amazing. And over 100 years ago, the railway track that runs right around behind us, it runs all around these mountains. You can see the remnants of the track, all the way down to the bottom where the sidings are. There's tanks up on the hill.
They've even built a dam.
Yep.
So they've got a full water catchment here. Obviously, running a steam engine, you need a lot of water.
Yep.
So in a place like this, that's probably one of their biggest challenges.
That would be, hard days back in them years.
Yeah, well, they didn't have air conditioning.
No, not like us.
Should we go back to the truck?
I think so.
Next week on Exploring Off the Grid, the team head to Cloncurry to meet up with Jono's family, who have big plans for the crew while they're in town.
Pretty nice spot you got here, Dave.
Yeah, no, it's great, eh? Yeah.
The boys get a chance to test out their recovery gear.
Well, I've been waiting for this moment. Now, I'm not going to talk too loud because I might be bogged next.
And it's time to find out how well the Tinger goes off-road.
It's a bit like riding a tinny on land. That would be my best description. It smells like two-stroke and it rocks a lot back and forth. Interesting drive.
This is Exploring Off the Grid.